Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out AmItheA whole. Story 1. AITA for using the treadmill in the middle instead of the ones on the side. So, my apartment community has a decent sized gym with standard equipment, including 3 treadmills. I only ever go to the gym to do my cardio, and so I have used all 3 of the treadmills. The treadmills are off to the side of the gym in their own area facing windows. They are all 3 different brands and function a bit differently. The one on the far left is visibly old and just not as nice to use. The one on the right is fine but a little confusing to use with a lot of extra buttons that I still don't know what they do. The one in the middle is my favorite one. It's easy to use and it's new. So, whenever I go to the gym I always use the middle one if it's open. Side note, it's almost always open. There's rarely people in the gym at the same time. Well, I was just on the treadmill and halfway through my workout, when 2 girls come in. My headphones are in and I barely notice them at first, but in my peripherals and reflection on the window I see them just hovering by me. Like I said, the treadmill area is off to the side and separated from the rest of the gym, so this is odd. I turn to look at one of them and she immediately turns to act like she wasn't staring. The other one looks like she's scoffing or huffing at me. My earbuds are in, I can't hear. I take my earbuds out and just say hi and they flatly respond hi and then leave the gym entirely. Weird, but whatever, I resume. About half an hour later I'm done and walk down the stairs through the pool clubhouse which the gym is on top of. The girls are there sitting, they see me and get up and go towards the door to the stairs to the gym. I just nod at them as we cross paths when one of them goes, "If you are working out by yourself you should really use the treadmills off to the side," and I just respond by saying hey. And they both go on to say I was hogging the treadmills and preventing people, them, from using the treadmills together. That it's inconsiderate to choose the one in the middle because what if people want to be next to each other? I'm just tired and sweaty and have no energy to argue, so I just kind of laugh and say okay. I told my sister about this and she said she understands where they're coming from and that if all 3 were open when I got to the gym I should have chose one on the side. I think that's stupid and I should be able to choose whichever one I want, but maybe I'm wrong? It's gym etiquette, so AITA. Story 2. AITA for not wanting my fiancé's other child over the week after I give birth. Update. My fiancé and I have been together for a little more than a year plus. 2 months into the relationship he and I found out together that he had a surprise child because the mom never told him she was pregnant, and her mom was the one to text him saying that her daughter was giving birth to his kid right at that moment if he wanted to be there. We waited for a paternity test and sure enough 2 months after that it was confirmed that he had a daughter. I never resented this and actually really like her. I've never met the mom and don't plan on it for a while, so there is zero drama there. I help watch her and raise her when we have her every Wednesday night and every other weekend. My issue is that 6 months into our relationship I found out I was pregnant. Currently I have about 6 weeks to go until I pop. I told him the other day that the week I go into labor and return home with him, son, I don't want his daughter here for at least a week. I also said if I give birth in, let's say, a Thursday, I really don't want him to leave that weekend and go pick up his daughter. I feel like all of his attention would elsewhere and he'd have to be gone with her while I'm at the hospital. A few of my reasons are is she's extremely fussy and can only be calmed down when being held by him 24/7. She's also a huge screamer. I just don't see how we're going to be able to get our newborn settled and him, my fiancé, be able to take care of our son if she needs constant care during her time here. Again, I love her and have known her the same amount of time he's known her. I just don't know how it would work while I'm healing and Stitch's son and his daughter are crying all at once. I won't mind the juggle once I'm more healed. He doesn't really seem to understand this though and said he only sees half of my reasoning as valid. AITA? I just feel as though a not even 1.5-year-old and a newborn would be too much all at once for at least the beginning stretch. Not sure how selfish I'm being and maybe it's just my anxiety. I'm 21 and this is my first child myself, so I don't have anything to go off of and just want all the uninterrupted support I can have for at least the first week. Edit. To just explain myself a bit further, I'm getting a lot of people saying I'm not accepting her, and that couldn't be further from the truth. I myself was born of a one-night stand, and we almost broke up purely because I wanted him to focus solely on her. I love her, and when we get married, that is my daughter as well. I have been here the entire time helping raise her, and I think it's a bit presumptuous for people to think I'm asking him to pay attention to only my son and I. I only asked that the week I give birth she stay with her mother that extra day or two. Not give her up for life. Edit 2. After reading everything, I saw this post reach a sort of consensus, but also ingesting the advice of maybe asking a family member to help. I went ahead with trying to talk with him about it again. It did not go well. He got pretty upset with me and said he doesn't want to disrupt her schedule, and balancing 2 babies will be his cross to bear and he will figure it out. Hearing that just stressed me out, because I don't even want things to get bad enough to a point we have to call for emergency help. I'm more of a plan beforehand and have 3 backup plans type of person. He doesn't even want to set a plan up for someone maybe watching her if we need it until it's an emergency at the time. I also just don't really see it being unreasonable to want to have that attention on me child for that single week. As many said, my future stepdaughter has a support system of having 2 sets of grandparents and a biological mother that doesn't work. I don't really see the problem in asking that just for the first week I have time to get settled and used to my new life. Another issue that I didn't bring up in this original post but in the Story 3. AITA for telling my friend who thinks most women envy her that they don't. I, 19F, have a friend, 20F, that frequently brings up how she believes most women envy her looks/body, and she often goes on rants about it, talking about the hardships of other women being jealous of her for something out of her control, and how unfair it is on her. When she talks about this issue to our friend group, we tend to stay very silent and just listen to her rants, because we genuinely don't know what to say. I don't know if this is relevant, but she is quite overweight. She is aware of it and started her weight loss journey recently. We're all very happy for her, although her goal weight would put her at an underweight BMI, and she has quite unrealistic goals about wanting to lose nearly 100 pounds as quickly as possible to reach it. We are a pretty chill friend group and never really gossip, talk about each other behind their backs, or ever really engage in drama, but the constant rants this friend goes on about being an object of envy for other women has made things very awkward for us. Here's where I try to challenge our friend's thoughts and may have fucked up. Yesterday, one of the other girls in our friend group was upset that her family frequently compares her to her older cousin, who she feels she can never live up to. She wanted genuinely emotional support over something almost all of us in life go through, being compared to family members in a competitive way. Instead of offering emotional support, 20F friend, that this post is about, uses this as yet another opportunity to bring up how she feels other women are jealous of her, and even tried shifting the perspective that it may be hard on the cousin for being perceived as a role model and that it's not easy. At this point I finally snapped and said that I find it hard to believe she has never related to feelings of jealousy for others before, that there's no way she's just constantly on the receiving end of obsession and jealousy, and that it's just not normal to constantly feel like every other woman is jealous of her body type. I was called cold for this response because I was invalidating our friend's experiences. AITA. Story 4. AITA for posting videos of my niece and nephew misbehaving in response to my sister's complaints that I did not want them at my birthday dinner. My sister Angel claims to use hands-off parenting with my niece Sophia and nephew Parker. In actuality, Angel is entirely permissive and refuses to discipline them. She expects other adults to step in when Sophia and Parker's behavior is getting out of hand. For this reason, I asked Angel to get a babysitter for Sophia and Parker if she wanted to attend my 27th birthday. I love Sophia and Parker as their aunt. And at the same time, I want a peaceful evening to celebrate my birthday instead of dealing with Sophia and Parker's behavior, because I know Angel isn't going to discipline them herself. Angel acted understanding when I made this request and explained my reasons to her in person, but then she went online and made a Facebook post accusing me of hating Sophia and Parker and trying to punish Angel by only inviting our sister Jessica's kid Megan to my birthday dinner. Never mind that Megan is 17 and is practically an adult herself. Several of our relatives and mutual acquaintances called me out and said I was an asshole and was excluding a 10 and 7-year-old. I responding to Angel's post by sharing 2 videos of Sophia and Parker misbehaving while Angel did nothing. The first video was a recording taken by Megan, where Sophia and Parker were throwing tantrums and yelling at her. Megan was trying to calm Sophia and Parker down while Angel was on her tablet ignoring the situation. The other video was one that Angel took. Sophia and Parker were yelling, throwing toys at each other, and Parker even called his sister a bad word. Angel was laughing as if it were funny and was again doing nothing to discipline Sophia or Parker. I wrote alongside the videos that I love Sophia and Parker as their aunt. But at the same time, I want a peaceful evening to celebrate my birthday. And I don't want to be stuck disciplining Sophia and Parker because clearly Angel won't. Angel ended up not coming to my birthday at all. My parents told me that I was in the wrong for sharing those videos, because everyone's children have acted up and posting those videos didn't accomplish anything besides embarrassing Angel. They also said I could have compromised by having a nobody under 18 rule for my birthday dinner. Megan would not be able to attend, but then Sophia and Parker wouldn't feel excluded. I do not see how that would be fair to myself or Megan. AITA for not wanting to make compromises for my birthday dinner? Edit. Hello, I wanted to clarify some common concerns about the videos. Firstly, both me and Angel's Facebooks are private, so the only people who are able to view the videos are people who either I or Angel have added as friends. A stranger will not be able to see them. Angel had already posted the video that she recorded of Sophia and Parker misbehaving, so I merely linked it. Megan had already posted the video that she recorded, just on a different social media platform. I am uncertain if Megan's social media is private, but no strangers will be able to view the videos from my and Angel's Facebook accounts. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.